Hello, everyone. So we have a geometry problem for number 17, 10b, and 13, 12b. So we are given a rectangular box. We don't really need to draw the, the picture, but I will do this for the sake of seeing those pieces. So let's get started with that, okay? So if I connect these, so it will look something like this. Okay, so you may label those which make a bit better. So let's say this is A, B, C, whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter so how you order. So I'm gonna call this is K and stuff like that. Okay, so the question says the three different edges are given A, B, C. So let's say like this is A, this is B, and this is C, which doesn't really matter which one you label because at the end it will not change it. Okay, so some of the length of 12 edges is given 13. So if you take a look at for one edge like AK, so this is the same as the opposite side, and then this is the same as this one, this is the same as this one. So the AK is actually have the same as 4 times, and then that is not special for all other edges. We have 4 copies of each. Okay, so if that's the case, if the 12 of them is 13, it's one of them like would be just A, B, and C is gonna be 13 over 4. Okay, and the sum of the areas of those 6 faces is given 11 over 2. So if you like were taking the, let's say this bottom like face, the area of that region is A times B, but the top is also the same, so that's also A times B. Every face is gonna have the same area twice. So twice each face is gonna be 11 over 2. So if you add just one of them, so which basically AB, like BC and AC, so that should be 11 over 4 because we have just 2 copies of those areas. If you divide by 2, that's what you have. And the volume is just the product of those 3 faces, the edges. So that is given as 1/2. So based on this, what would be the longest interior diagonal of this 3D figure, right? So another way of asking, what would be the space diagonal of this figure? So that's basically another way of their asking. So if you connect the K and C or E and B or like other way around, so that is the longest diagonals inside, which is our space diagonal. So if you remember, that is actually the A squared plus B squared C squared. If you don't remember, you can make a just Pythagorean, which will actually help you to see what you have to do. If you connect this guy, I'm just gonna write it anyway for those of you who doesn't know about this one. So the KB is the hypotenuse of the ABK, so that should be equal to A squared plus B squared with the Pythagorean. And then if you use another Pythagorean on this triangle, like in CBK, so that would be KB squared plus C squared would be KC squared. Okay, so we already know this guy is A squared plus B squared, and then plus C squared will be the square of our space diagonal, which is what we are looking for. So again, this is just the background, but I think most of you already know this one, so let's move on. And based on this, we just need this guy, right? So we have 3 equations with 3 unknowns. So we have to use somehow these 3 to get what we want. So since we want to get the A squared plus B squared plus C squared, it's actually a good idea to square this equation. And some of you may remember the square of those 3 terms. If you remember, you can just write it. If you don't, you can just write A plus B plus C 2 times and multiply them all together. If you do so, you will get A squared, B squared, C squared, and then 2 copies of pairwise product. So that should be 2AB, 2AC, and 2bc, and this is equal to 169 over 16. So this is what you want, and we already know this guy is 11 over 4. Maybe we should have just leave it that way because it's just 1 over 2 was 2 copies of those anyway, but I just kind of divided by 2 at the beginning. So a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2 times the product, which is 11 4, is equal to 169 over 16. And what we want is a squared, b squared, c squared, which is gonna be 169 minus, if you multiply this by 4 to get the common denominator, so that is gonna be 88, so minus 88 over 16. And if you subtract 69 from 88, this will be 100, and then this will be like 19, so which means you will subtract another 19 from 100, which is 81 over 16. This is the kc squared, but we are looking for the kc itself, which is the square root of this one. 9 over 4 is our answer. So in this case, like, we didn't really use this volume info, which means you may either use this to get another way of finding what we want, but I think this is not too bad for number 17. So I hope that makes sense. Again, if you don't get this piece, please go ahead and write the a plus b plus c twice and multiply them all. You will see this is gonna what you get. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.